guys, this is Rica in Costa Rica, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about breathing. Not the breathing that we do every day, but a type of breathing that's actually used as a therapy and a detox, and a way to overcome some emotional stress that we may have had in our lives, and even some physical stress that we've had in our lives. You know, the first time that I did a breathwork session, when I was done with the session, I had no pain in my body for the first time in 11 years. When I was suffering from Lyme. This was a big impact to my life. This made a huge effect on my life. And I wanted to learn more about it, and I wanted to do more of it because I loved the way that it made me feel so much. So I started doing a lot of these sessions. Every month I was doing sessions. Then I began doing some weekend workshops and learning more about the technique. And then I started doing some private sessions with a facilitator, and those were really, really life-altering as well, and brought a lot of awareness to how I live my life and the patterns that I have, and some of the things that I wanted to change in order to create a better life for myself. And then I continued to do some other weekend workshops, and I just kept doing more and more and more, until I finally decided that I was ready to start working with my clients. And so I started working with a few select people that were interested in doing this work. And I just got to see it from a different angle. And I really, really enjoy it. If any of you have ever had a breathwork session with me, please make a comment below this video. I would love to hear a testimony from you, or your thoughts about how your session went with me. So when I talk to clients about breath work, a lot of people don't understand it. They don't understand what's involved or why you do it, what you get out of it. So I want to talk a little bit about what you get out of it when you do the breathing, and why you want to consider doing a type of breath work exercise in your life. So there are 5 main things that you're going to remember while you're doing the breath work. You're going to be breathing into your chest, you're going to be breathing fully, and you're going to be breathing continuously. All at the same time while you're being aware of what's going on and what's happening and what is happening in your mind and your thoughts. And at the same time, you also want to be surrendering. You want to be letting go of some of those thoughts. You want to be willing to let go of parts of yourself that maybe you've grown out of and you don't need anymore. That's not always an easy thing to do. And a lot of times that can be very emotional for some people. I know it was for me. When I was deep in this work and my life was changing so much, I almost felt like I was changing into a new person, which meant kind of the old person was going away. And it was a little sad at some moments because I really liked who I was. But I also realized that it wasn't benefiting me to hold on to some of those beliefs or those patterns in my life. And so it was almost like I had to say farewell to those different parts of me in order to make room for what I wanted my new me to be, my new and improved me. And that's a beautiful thing. I had a wonderful facilitator. I've had several facilitators that have helped me through this. And now I so much enjoy being a facilitator. So basically you're going to be lying flat on your back on a yoga mat. And you're going to begin the breathing at your own pace, but you want it to be a type of rate of breath, like you would be jogging or you would be walking really fast up a hill. So the breathing is going to sound something like this. Notice that I'm breathing fully into my chest. I'm breathing continuously. I'm aware, and I'm also trying to surrender. So just that little amount of breathing made me a little bit dizzy because my body's not used to having that type of exchange in my body. Now, this is a perfectly safe type of technique. A lot of people will be skeptical and say, oh, that's dangerous. You shouldn't be breathing that way. That's like, what's it called? Hyperventilation. This is not hyperventilation. This is taking an equal amount of air in and an equal amount of air out. And if you do it correctly with a facilitator that is watching you and coaching you to help fine-tune your breath, your inhale and your exhale, it's a completely safe way to breathe. And besides, no one's ever died from breathing, right? So be open to this idea, this new idea of something that you may not be familiar with, and maybe give it a shot. Because after you do this breathing for about 45 minutes, you get to a point where you build up a lot of energy in your body. During this time, you're not going to be moving. And all of that energy that you're bringing into your body gets pushed into parts of your body that hasn't had air in a long time, because we tend to sub-ventilate on a regular basis just to survive. This type of breathing is going to give you an experience, I assure you. And when you do this breathing, it's almost like a self-actualization. It's almost like seeing yourself sometimes from an out-of-body experience. It opens your mind to the possibilities of what you may not have realized about yourself, and also maybe something that you want to create for yourself. So I've used this technique in a few different ways. I have used this technique to overcome some trauma that I've had in my previous marriage. I've used this to help my relationship with my parents. I have used this technique with relationship issues that I've had with my friends. I've used this technique to boost my business, to change my relationship with money, to bring love into my life, to bring abundance into my life, to redirect my focus in my business and how I want that to look for me. So you can use this for so many things, whether it's to manage an illness, an anxiety, or just something that you want to change in your life, like how you feel about money. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough money, or you can never make enough money, or you have things in your life that you want to do, but you just don't have the motivation to do those things. So that's really what this breath work is about. It's for people that are either feeling stuck in their lives and they need a little bit of a push in order to break through some barriers, to feel empowered and enlightened, to understand why they want to do certain things, and also to clear your mind and get a plan in order to do those things. So it really helps you to focus. Once you do the breathing for 45 minutes, then you begin to integrate. And the integration process can take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the person. And the integration is like the best part. So once you have done all this breathing and built all of this energy up while you're not moving, and you're aware of your thoughts and you're surrendering things that don't serve you anymore, this incredibly peaceful, serene feeling comes over you. And I know for me and the clients that I've worked with, it's a feeling that's so hard to explain, because so many of us have never consciously felt a calm like this before. It's similar to a meditation, but different. And like I said, it's really, really hard to understand how to explain it, because it's such a different experience for everybody. But the best way that I can explain what I felt was mainly how I judge myself, how I have certain beliefs about myself, how I was raised to think certain things that maybe it's time to change those beliefs now. And so through this process of breathing, I feel like I have been able to let go of so many things in my life that were holding me back. It gave me a lot more understanding, a lot more patience, to listen, to feel compassion, and also to empower and motivate. So if you have any more questions, reach out to me on this post. I would love to talk to you about the breathing. I do group sessions, and I also do individual private sessions. And we can talk a little bit about what scenario might be the best fit for you. So I hope that this helps to explain why I do breath work and why you may want to do the breath work. And I hope to hear from you soon to schedule a session. So this is Chica in Costa Rica. Y'all have a great day.